let's play some chess. I want to play some chess. We can talk. We can do Q&A. We can do chess. And I will definitely be doing chess. Now, I will say that as anybody that has watched the channel recently knows, I've been having a few medical issues. And for all intents and purposes, I have gotten back on the horse doing shows and everything else in lieu of holding back the night and figuring out the cause of the issue and whether or not anything can be done about it. I'm not one of those people that believe in magic. And because I don't necessarily believe in magic, I take somewhat of a realist viewpoint within the regards, but all things being equal, no further progress is the point. Proceed no further. Figure out what's causing it and deal with it from there. That said, the reason why I'm pointing that out is because at times when my blood pressure drops, my vision gets worse. I want to play chess. So I'm going to try to push past that. No excuses, just pointing it out from the beginning because I suspect it's just going to be an issue. Interesting stuff that's taking place. People have asked me about the UFO files. Now, I used to be the UFO correspondent for my network when I worked in DC. And as the UFO correspondent for the network, I would go out to events that they may have. Obviously, talk to people who were associated with the subject matter. And even on my channel, I have a huge amount of content dedicated to UFOs and to interviews for people who are in the field, who are in government, be it the US or for that matter, and the UK. Not to mention people who are just in the field, ufologists, those types. So I have an interest in this that goes back more than a decade. I think I am qualified to give commentary on this also. I took a look at some of the stuff that was released by the Trump administration, this Disclosure Day. And look, as I pointed out like 10 years ago on the channel, I guess I pointed out a few things. One, a president does not want to take the lift of having to shepherd the world through something this complicated. I don't think they want you to take that lift. Two, if you don't necessarily know how the public is going to entirely respond, then it's kind of hard to take a particular action. Now, you can put stuff out seeding it, in a sense, which I suspect that is on some level what's taking place. But in Trump's case, this is a shiny object, the shiniest of objects. I don't think there could be an object more shiny, considering that stuff will be a paradigm shift that is thrown out with this idea of this is disclosure. Now they keep saying this is the beginning of disclosure, meaning in regards to the stuff that they're effectively putting out. But this is a shiny object to distract from inflation, low polling, a war that Trump is losing in Iran, getting humiliated, going to China, effectively doing a backtrack on policy. It's that. That being said, there's still some interesting stuff in there. Now, Lou Elizondo has pointed out that there are videos that would remove all doubt, but you can't show those videos. Or you could, but they just don't, which makes me very skeptical of this that is being put out. One of the interesting ones, though, was on the moon. In one of the moon missions, the Apollo missions, apparently the astronauts is out in the rover doing whatever they're doing. And they're seeing lights in the sky. Now, the reason this interests me is because it is in UFO lore. I'll say it that way. In UFO lore. Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong, when they landed on the moon, saw lights ahead of them in the sky. And obviously at that particular point, they're not satellites, they're none of these things that are effectively up there. So there is a comment by Buzz Aldrin that's attributed to Buzz Aldrin about not being alone on the moon. Don't fact check me on that to make sure. But if I'm not mistaken, it was Buzz Aldrin that made the commentary because Buzz Aldrin had a huge amount of controversy around him in regards to what they saw on the moon because of things that he said and then backtracked from the things that he effectively said. So to notice documentation that they effectively saw something on the moon is pretty interesting. You have to ask, what the hell were you seeing on the moon? Was it a physical object? And if the answer to that, it was indeed a physical object, then we're in, we're in the shit, right? As I keep pointing out, I only need to be right once. Skeptics need to be right every time. And the reality of it is there's voluminous amounts of information to get across that there is a there to this particular phenomenon. The catch and the question becomes, what is it? And that's the part that gets complicated. The person and the people who are going to be giving you information are effectively the Trump administration. Do you trust Donald Trump to be the man to disclose that there are UFOs? And do you trust what is coming out of the intelligence services and the military and the White House and the political space when they are relaying information about something that is entirely and completely in the black? Meaning, I can write my own story. I can give you that story, and you have nothing else to go on short of the story that I provide for you, unless there's some kind of contact, which is a little bit different, but I hope you get my point. What happens to the people who said, well, wait a minute, I told you I was abducted and you guys were hiding this information? What happens to the, like Lockheed Martin and these companies when it becomes clear that the government was effectively giving them materials? So the Freedom of Information Act wouldn't apply when people were asking about the materials that people believe that the government had from UFOs. Like, I hope you get my point. Like, all of this stuff would have to be somehow managed and shepherded just because of how long this is effectively gone on. I am very skeptical that Trump is going to bring out an alien, show a UFO, kick the tires. I said, I'm out. I'm very skeptical. And at this point, I don't even think the UFO community believes it. There was so much momentum that was just, that erupted when the 3 videos from the Pentagon came out. Because at that point, it was, hey, what the F is this? You guys weren't supposed to be studying this. And even in the files that the Trump administration put out, it was across multiple organizations, meaning multiple 3-letter agencies, which means they were still paying attention to this particular subject, despite the fact that they were saying they weren't paying attention to the subject matter. Either way, obviously, I believe that there's a there too. It's either us or it's not. Meaning, I don't think the fact that there's a there too can even be argued, honestly. There are people like Nick West who just make shit up. I'm talking about honest people. The question is, what is it? And if the argument is, well, it's not the Russians, it's not the Chinese, it's not us. Okay, dude, you've taken everybody off the game board. Now, unless you're talking about a breakaway civilization, in which case that is every bit as much as exotic as the UFO argument that many people effectively go with. Both are weird. Both are strange. Both are doing things, the physics, that is kind of bending, basically doing things that we can't do and we didn't believe was even possible to do. Some quirk in physics that we're missing. It's fascinating. I think it's utterly fascinating. As information comes out, if that information is, I don't know, interesting. I just haven't seen necessarily anything that jumped off the page. There was one case where they were talking about something that was going 80 miles an hour and then took a 90-degree turn. That's difficult. Is it impossible? Like that's like, meaning if you had something that was going Mach 3 and made a 90-degree turn, okay, then you got my interest. You totally got my interest on something like that. But let's see. There we are. I had an interesting day. I mean, it's just in chat, so we can talk about pretty much anything. I had a conversation with my ex. I had a conversation with my ex. Her sister is ill, and even though the sister doesn't like me because she thinks I did bad things to her sister, it's not true. But what? She was telling me about it because I do know her, and even though we're not talking, even though we're not talking, she's still a friend, and I care about her well-being. It's very wild. God, man, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this because I don't want to tread on other people's privacy because they get pissed at me when I do that. I tell pretty much anything going on in my life, but in the context of other people. It is very strange to, I'm trying to figure out how to even articulate this. You know, when you go on somebody's YouTube channel, that's their world. And there has to be some kind of commonality between the people who are watching versus the person in order for them to even be in that Venn diagram where they would give a shit what the person is saying. Because a lot of times it has to do with personality, in addition to whatever content the person is producing. If you listen to music, it's the same thing. But the wild part is when you're dealing with other people, it's the same thing. So we'll take this astrological terms for a bit. When you're dealing with people and you're dealing with, let's say, a chart, one person dealing with another person is almost like a transit. And when the people are together, it's like a permanent transit. That's the way it's kind of described. When you're dealing with people, it also comes across as if you are in a world. Like how you, especially if you're one-on-one with that person, there are like tendencies that are just completely unconscious and are not, it's like you don't really have to think about it. It's very strange. It's like you soak into it or soak into that, despite the fact that you haven't talked to this person, God knows how long. It's very weird. And I noticed that effect in person also, where it's this, you lock into roles. Even if before you met, like before you saw each other, like you're not on the same page, you're arguing, you're bitching at each other about stuff. Even that is internalizing stuff. Because the reality of it is, if you're, let's say you're talking to somebody, those things can be external or it can be internal. So we could talk about things and events and things that are happening in the world and those type of things. Okay, that's one brand of conversation between friends and buddies. When it starts to go internal, where the people have a tendency to talk about each other, that's when it gets interesting. And when you do that unconsciously, it can be the greatest thing, or it can be a pain in the ass. And oftentimes it's a little bit of both. Because you guys are, you're not cognizant entirely of the way you're engaging. And when you become more cognizant of it, you can try to avoid certain pitfalls in the communication. But it's just like 4 years later where you realize, oh, I see what's going on. Well, you learn after the fact. But even then, it's the same thing. It's like you get dragged into these kind of states. Whereas when you're dealing with somebody else, it could be an entirely different experience in regards to what you talk about, how you talk about it, comfort level. But again, it's a different world. It's very strange. It's just very strange. Now, today was for one, a busy day. Two, I haven't been to bed yet. There's that. So I'll use that as an excuse if I get my ass kicked in chess. But all things being equal, not a bad day. I got a lot of shit done. Not to mention I had a show with Nick today, which was awesome. Nick was a fantastic guest. Well, he's not a guest. He was my co-host Fantastic host. Fantastic host. Yeah, people are wild. People are wild. I do think. What was it? We'll play by ear. Let's play some chess. Let's play some chess, and we can talk some politics also. It seems that the U.S. is gearing up for another run at Iran. Okay, what's going on? There we are. What's going on? There we are. All right. Hold. What is? Oh, spectacles. Dark spot, rock spot. Copy. What? Release what? Let's threaten him first. Hashtag reasons. The believe it or not, is when Black gets D5 in, that Black has reached equality. I am a man. Goddamn right you are. Oh, bro. Nah, bro. You better take him. You better take him. Oh, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Oh, but that's a pain in my ass. This knight takes, and I know that bastard is going to take it. God damn it. I don't want to defend him. Fine. But you're going to pay for that. You will pay in blood. You will die screaming my name. I am going to cut your balls off like Jesse Jackson. So when Obama was in office, Jesse Jackson apparently believed that Obama was uppity. And in being uppity, that he was talking down to Black folks. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do that. He was talking down to Black folks. And Jesse Jackson says, I'm going to cut his balls off. And they caught it on a hot mic. Jesse Jackson said he's going to cut Obama's balls off. We're going to have the testicleless first Black president. People didn't like that. We want our president with testicles. That's what we want. We don't want a testicleless president. Do you want to take him? Okay. First, let's do this. I don't want to open that because I don't want the rook to immediately go to B8 and the queen start lining up on the king. The knight is a pain in the ass, but I think it's a better pain in the ass than. Keep equilibrium. Keep equilibrium. Don't want it. I don't want it. 8 seconds. Okay. Oh, looky. Nuts on a hooky. Looky. Looky. Nuts on a hooky. More tales from the testicles president. This is a war for 2000. General Thomas. This mouse is too loose or something. Oh. Get out of Dodge. Just get out of Dodge. What did he do? Oh, Bishop. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. You do whatever you want to do with that Bishop thing. I'm going to kill the horse. Make glue. Make Elmer's. Make glue. Okay. So that was bitterness. God damn it, just take his ass. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix the mouse. Okay. Let's get out the way. Give him what he wants. Petty burglar. Okay. This is kind of uncomfortable. Give me something. Give the brother something for his troubles. Right? Give the brother something for his troubles. Oh, you don't want to give the brother nothing for his troubles. Okay. You don't want to get a brother nothing for his troubles. My brother had troubles. Hey, shit, man, I like nice things. Good man. Okay. Cut his dick off. Alright. Now that you're dickless. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. You can resign from here. Have some dignity. Oh, you don't have no dignity. Oh, you're just spiteful. You are just spiteful. Check. You are just spiteful. Will you stay right there? I'm coming. You just stay right there. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Love is on the way. Love is on the way. Force my love. Use love like a bird, but loving. All right. Exchange variation of Kyrocon. That's fine. Don't care. Good move. Move. Now, get up there. Fine. Don't like doing that, but I'll do it. That's kind of why I don't like doing that shit. The bishop could have came back and kept tempo. I mean, there's the threat of b4, I suppose. Okay. Now I want to push e5. This. Push. Be fearless. Okay. No, can't push me up. Check. I can't catch her. Check. No. Oh, fuck me. Come to the bishop. Okay. All right. So the problem is that motherfucking bishop. God damn it. Bishop's an issue. And his greedy ass is just taking everything. It's taking everything. Well, you thought it was all fun and games when you were just munching away at my pawns, didn't you? Didn't you think it was all fun and games? Okay. Doesn't really help my situation now, does it? Oh, maybe. Let's see. Maybe it helps. Maybe. Okay. Check. See which one to. Knight takes. Queen takes. Yeah, I don't want to trade with you. God damn it, I don't want to trade with you. I know, I know, I know, I know. Okay, so apparently my attack didn't work out as planned. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Keep going. Who is he from? Iran or India? Iran. I think that's the first guy from Iran that I've lost to. I should have. I need to look and see where they're from the beginning. Where is this? Argentina. Javier Milei. Milei. All right. Get up there. All right. Okay, be careful because uh, I want that purse check. I suppose you can bring the bishop up. Right? Get away. Okay. Now I want to go here. The bishop takes f2. It's the issue. Get out the way. Oh fuck! Just take the bishop. I could have taken the bishop. What? Take it now. Thanks, bro. Making defense stuff. Time is relatively even. Let's defend. In fact, over defend that. Okay. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Bishop takes 4 ticks. Oh, now what? Now what? Shouldn't have done that. It's a panic move. But it's the thing. Oh, fuck me. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Gets nothing from me. We can make a left first. I don't want to get stuck back here. There we go. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. There's no need to rush. No need to rush. Now I'll do that. You're gonna expose your king. No, no, I don't want to trade with you. Fine. This. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. This is between it. You had nothing to do with that. You have nothing to do with that. Stay put. Stay put. I'm coming. I'm coming. Come and join me, honey. I'm coming to join you, honey. I'm going to glory. I'm going to glory. I'm going to glory. Praise God. All right, let's keep going. Do that. Move. Move. Really? Really? I love the way she says that. Really? All right. Okay. Get the fuck back. Greedy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't compound mistakes. Dude, what's your name? Gusta? Where are you from? Brazil? Olá, senor. Oh, actually, I speak Portuguese, not Spanish. Close enough. Same thing. Close enough. Olá, senor. Mucho. Mal. Low. Move. Bad move. No me gusta. So, there you go. Good man. I knew it was difficult to do, but it's okay. It's okay. It is okay. It's okay. Um, he's gonna bring me up like that. What if I interpose that? You can't push it F3. You can push the knight, I suppose. Okay, so he doesn't. All right. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Can I do that? Check. What does he do? The king moves over. Check. Can I do that? Can I get away with that? Can I get away with that? Check. It looks like your queen has too many responsibilities. Far too many responsibilities. Oh, Esther's a powerful piece. She's a strong woman. She's a strong, good woman. Good Christian white woman. But she has limits. Is Israel? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hold the line against baby killers. What did he do? Okay. So which pass? Okay. He's gonna push pass. I know he's gonna push pass. Thanks. Thanks, man. I was trying to figure out how I was gonna get up in there. You don't care about that either. You are a wild man. You are a wild man. You are totally a wild man. It seems that even Israeli chess players have been able to get away with it for so long. They think that they can do whatever without consequences. Fortunately, the chessboard has consequences. Ooh. Whoa. What the hell? Mm-mm. Obviously, I don't like that. Obviously, I don't like that. And I know I done did it. I done did it. Shit, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, okay, okay. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Good job. Thanks. I mean, he was getting a little complicated back there. The queen and all. Right? And now I can do it this way. Check. Come on back. You can resign from here. Check. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Where you from? Philippines? Yeah, Philippines. Ain't no chess players, Philippines. Check. You have 2 minutes. I'm sorry. To be accurate, 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Good man. Good man. He was going to lose all sorts of shit. He was going to lose his queen. To check. Yeah, that wasn't going to go well. Spain. Spain. Beautiful country. Beautiful country. Take a holiday in Spain. Okay. Place like me. Okay. I'm back. seems like a calcium case. Okay. Now what? Get rid of them. These problems. Arrest. Get out the check. And get rid of that bishop. Oh, I need the bishop off that line. It's too much. Oh, no. It's probably taking, yeah, see that. Okay. Let's be a bit of a sneak. Okay. Now what? Hmm. All right. Oh, see if you take it. Oh, take it. It's not exactly what I wanted. Oh, really? Okay. I don't care about 3 pawns in a world like that. I don't even think he wants that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Equilibrium. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Yes, it does. Yeah, time for you to leave, bro. It's time for you to leave. Where'd he go? Good man. Good man. Questions that way. Okay. Need you to move. I need you to move. All right, Jay, be careful. Because the back rank is weak. And you have 47 seconds. Okay. Don't take no chances. Don't take no chances. I'm going here. I'm going to glory. Now I'm going to glory. Defend. Defend our transient positions. Okay. Get up there. Does that work? Does that work? Oh, did I do that? Did I do that? That is indeed a beautiful move. Go give me that. some reason I thought that was a chip. What? 1.5 seconds? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? That's infuriating. Obviously, you gotta go faster if you want to win. All right. India. Okay. I don't think Indian players have a really good record against me. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Okay. Okay, well, that's not really. The bread that I think you think it is. I am going to snatch him right off the board. Really? Knight takes. That doesn't lose a piece. Knight takes. Bishop. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Okay, I think that loses a piece. If it doesn't, please show me how it does not. My certainty that that loses a piece is swelling. it's growing in me that I think you lose a piece. All right. Let's see. What did he? Oh, I see. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. As I said, Indians don't do well against me. I don't know what it is. It's be something in the water. Must be something in the water. I want to be here. Ooh. Bishop takes, king takes. Right? That's one. Oh, interesting. Get off me. Right. Keep going. Keep going. You upset? Really? Really? And you think that's enough? You think that is enough, huh? Somebody gave you the wrong information, bro. Let's see. Release the hounds. Whoa, what is that about? Okay. Okay. Check. Now what? Drop your gun when you ran in the house. Now what? I think you're so fucking clever. Ooh. Bad move. Maybe he is that fucking clever. Bad fucking move. Oh, fuck. Okay. Give me that. Please let me can I move first. Okay. Now give me that. That should make the bishop get out the way. All right. And I don't want you to cancel for hashtag reasons. Okay. Hashtag reasons. 130, 135 times. Reasons. The reasons that we're here. The reasons that we feel our feelings won't. They won't disappear. And after the loving has been made, after the loving, after the sweet loving, what's the cereal? No, Indonesia. I was in Indonesia. How did I not know that flight? All right. Queen's Gambit, King's Indian. Get off of me. No. Which one second? Your balls ain't that big. Ain't no way he'll take that big. Ain't no way. Yes, I'm going to kill him. As I've said on more than one occasion, I have a bias towards eliminating my opposite bishop or the fiendish bishop of the same color bishop as my fiendish bishop. Okay. Now this is slightly complicated because I can't free myself with d5. Keep moving. He can do e3, so that doesn't help me. Okay. Oh, that doesn't help me either. Oh, maybe. I don't want the knight to come to d5, but I'll accept it. Good man. Good man. Go ahead, get out. Go. Come on. Once you go black, you never go back. Come on. Oh. You want me to come over to your house to get you. That's okay. I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up. That's okay. What did he do? Okay. Castle is safe. We can't do anything. We could try to sink the knight to f5. Get up to center. Check the squares. Okay. Right. That's the same difference. I'm going here. Trade these things off. My issue, dude, is you have too many pieces. Hence, my effort to get rid of them and your effort to stop me from trying. Stick him here. Make the bishop life uncomfortable. Okay. Give me that. I'll take a 2 for 1. chicken wings. 2 chicken wings for $1. You know, too. Don't worry, I'm coming. Oh, I'm coming. Daddy's coming home. Daddy is coming home. Going home. Going home. Going home. Going home. Get. Oh, you're gonna be a sourpuss about it. You've confronted by a superior man, and this is the way you behave. This is the way you behave. No dignity. Not the slightest bit of dignity. Not the slightest bit of dignity. Goddamn shame. All right, let's see if American. Oh, he goes for the King's Gambit. I respond with the Fault Bearer counter Gambit. Just quite possibly the coolest name in chess. Fault Bearer counter Gambit. Let's see, I don't remember which. Do you take this? I don't want him to castle, but he needs to hit me with a check, I think. Because if I castle and bring the rook up, that's going to be a sad day. Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Oh, fuck me. I was mistaken. You just take a check. Great. Just great. Absolutely great. You bastard. You bastard. Okay, get your king safe. Let's set priorities. No. Oh, that's ballsy. Okay. We can get the king in h7. That's what needs to happen. 1 minute 57 seconds. Got to get the king to h7. That is the mission. Mission profile. Keep going. Gotta get the king to h7. You know where you're supposed to go. You're heading to glory. Okay. Dude, why are you pushing me through my life path? Okay, the knight's holding the bishop, so the queen can't abandon him. He needs. Okay. There we are. There we are. The great expense. We've gotten the king to h7. Now we can begin operations. Wow, you bastard. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. get it with momentum. Oh, really? You thought that was going to queen it? He ain't queening. He ain't queening that. He's not going to queen that thing. Okay, fair enough. Get close. What did he do? Oh, I see. I seem to be suffering from the deficit of pawns. Uh-uh. What happened? Oh, well played. Well played, sir. Well played. Well played. All right. What's next? Danish gambit. Damn it. What the fuck? Pick it. Take it. Now what? Keep saying it's like waving red in front of a bull when people do this. That knight belongs on F3. The knight belongs on F3. Now the question is H3. Queen takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Right. Quick, give me that. Okay. I guess it is somewhat of a dilemma. Let's pull it back for a moment. Give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I'll figure it out. Okay, so we move back. Okay. Yes, keep on this line. Okay. Check. Takes, pawn takes. Does that work? Check. They can't take with the rook. This is my thought. Oh, you don't want to take it all. Okay. I have to be honest with you. I didn't really consider you being that dedicated to the cause. Okay. Shit. Now what? Second piece, but I need to get out of the way. Either way, this give me time to do it. Let's get out of the way before we do anything else. Okay. Check first. I think he has to stay on it, right? Yes, stay on it. Okay. Check. Oh, that doesn't help me. What's there? Oh, bro. You ain't doing that to me. Can't let you do that. Get up there. Thank you. No, I don't want to trade with you. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Who's here? Is anybody here? Is anybody in the house? Is anybody in the house? What's going on, guys? Jamal getting the superpowers back. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Fucking powers. Just like, ugh. Where's my I know this is very odd to have something like that. So, we did the paintball thing where it was a costume paintball party that I threw. When I got back into the States, well, when I fell back to Earth and left crater in Virginia, I had certain objectives. The objectives helped to orient myself and honestly pose a distraction from everything that was going on. But one of the objectives was family, friends, connections, etc. That is with a new friend that I met through another friend of mine from the network. She's cool people. Different than me. Philosophically. And ironically, everybody that I've ever worked with, I have their charts. You can kind of see in the charts. But it's cool people. And we've been hanging out. That's one connection. Family is another connection. Basically, doing events and stuff like that with family. Friends, that's probably going to come in the context of chess because usually that's where it gives a reason to be somewhere, hang out with someone. Those were my objectives, or some of them anyway. I mean, that's a subset of other objectives. But at the paintball thing, I went as Superman. But what's wild about it, the more you think about it, the more you get into it. At least for me, I was getting more into it. I was like, I'm going to have Thor's hammer. I'm going to have Captain America shit. I was going to have all sorts of random shit. So, yeah. But it says use gas protection for the bombers. Yeah. Let's see who else is here. The CIA backed. Let's read these. I mean, it is just in chat, right? Hanging out with the audience. President Jafar, the CIA backtracked, backed the terrorist attack on Cubana Airlines in 1976, which the plane crashed in the coast of Barbados. It was the most horrifying tragedy Barbados has ever witnessed. You know, it's wild too. The CIA had a plan. I mean, they've been fucking with Cuba forever, right? The plan to use this kind of Twitter application in order to stir up resentments and protests and those type of things. There was the operation, I can't think of the name of it, but basically to either kill a bunch of Americans or to pretend that a bunch of Americans were killed and blame it on the Cubans in order to create a pretext for invasion. I'm glad you bring that up, Jafar. I'm glad you bring that up. This came out. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find it. So this came out. This story about drones from Cuba. Now, when I see a story from Axios, my first thought is, who is leveraging Axios to put this story out? And what I mean by that is people have devices, or let's say outlets, that they peddle stories to, and the stories would run, not because the stories are true, but because the stories are trying to get something accomplished, usually politically. So think of it, the media, as being an extension of government's will in a way that government wants to do whatever the government is going to do. In this case, it seems that the point of this is to create a justification or pretext to go after Cuba. The idea that Cuba is a threat to the US is absurd. It's absurd. And writing an article that would even imply it is dumb. But they're doing it for hashtag reasons. Yeah. Let's keep going. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Is this? Okay. There we go. Back in my little box. Man in a box. Get to play another American. American on American balance. Like this. It takes pawn. Shit. I don't want to be able to predict the shit that you're doing. That's good. Alright. Fish is back rank. Queen takes knight. Queen D1 mate. Alright. I need to be able to castle. So, you know. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Just stay away from me. God damn it. This. Fine. Can't stop you. Can't stop you. Okay. Shit. Still lost peace. Can we hold this? Okay. Goal is not to win. The goal is just to hold the position. That is the goal. Okay, well, that idea shut. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Where's this? Algeria. Okay. Right. See, the issue is that the F2 is exposed and white can't cancel immediately. Not to mention the bishop is bearing down on the foul. Okay, good move. I suppose. Interesting move. Okay. Interesting move. Best. Knight here. Queen takes. This isn't good. I feel death coming. I feel death coming. That's nothing I can block it with. Yeah, there's nothing I can block it with. God damn. That was not good. I'm weakening. Powers are. I'm tired. These mistakes. All right, now I gotta be honest. I don't know how to play this. Okay, that's a little strange. I'll go with it. Still a little strange. But still, I'll go with it. Get your pieces up. Okay. Now. Right. I don't. Because I have to take the donut. You can't be that greedy. You can't be that greedy. What did he do? Okay. I was about to say you can't be that greedy. Oh, you don't want to. Bishop is the default, right? Something needs to move out the way. Pontiff. Okay, what if he just sits here? Can you do that? You can sit here, right? The issue is bishop here. Okay. I need something that will, come on, man, not much time. I need to get the queen to h5, h4. Okay, first, get out the way before you do anything else. Okay, okay, good. Did not want to do that. Knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes, queen takes, knight takes, rook takes. Oh. Should snatch the pawn off the board. Don't want to move him yet. I can be honest, I don't entirely know what to put him. Out the way. You can now exchange it off. Get out the way. That's a better place for him. There is a better place for him. Thanks. Thanks. Okay. Okay, maybe thanks was also premature. God damn. Yeah, that was a fuck up. That was a fuck up. Well played. Oh. Is that? Yeah, well played. All right. Last loss. And I'm out. I have added 20, maybe 20 some points. King of no checks. One, H6. If he moves, kill him. Really? Really? That bishop has no sense of responsibilities at all. Bishop takes queen, check. Okay, let's do this. Get out the way first. Get out the way first. Get out the way first. Another American. America's been kicking my ass today. I don't know what's going on with that. All right. I think the way to do is to be like water. Be flexible, be fluid. Don't keep your head on a swivel on good shit like that. All right. He's gonna knock him down. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. This stops the knife from coming in, which is nice. It's like, couldn't you put the bishop up because the knight before the queen and the bishop? But now I'm okay going back. Okay. It's got power. Too many lovers and make good for you. Living on the cheat and the pain. Alright, take what you can take. Leave me my devices. Take what you're going to take. Let's get the power. Too many lovers in my lifetime. Make good for you. Living on the cheat and the pain. Living on the cheat and the pain. Love you forever. But you're driving me insane. Oh, fuck me. You know what I'm here for? The tax man. The tax man can. The tax man can. Whew. That night looking sexy. That rook looking sexy too. Oh, okay. So you're gonna give me what I'm here for. Give me that first. Don't worry, I'm gonna take more stuff from you. Just start with that. Uh-uh. I'm uncomfortable with you looking at my piece like that. Daddy's coming. Daddy's coming. Daddy's coming home. Where's mama? Zip. Dance off. Where's mama? Ooh, you so sexy. You so sexy. Give me this. And now I can hit you. You can resign. You don't want to resign. That's fine. Check. Who's next? Who is next? Egypt. see you. I was in the Egypt Morsi had just interposed. And I remember the guy was like, yeah, we cut off his head. We killed him. He's like, what? Yeah, execution is execution either way, right? All right. Everybody's in their starting positions. What do you do? Okay. Push. Push. Oh, do we push again? Do we push? Do we push? Push. We do push. Okay. Push takes, pull takes. No. Pawn takes. Oh. Don't want no parts of that. I don't want any parts of that. I need to figure out how to get you. Oh, I see. No, I can't do that because he has to check. I can't do this though. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, fuck. That is pinned. Get out the way. Ah, bastard. The point is treacherous. Okay. The loose piece. Oh, jeez, that sucks. Yeah, that was That was getting ugly. Okay, one more game. Or play tell loose. Again, here. Whoa, that's weird. Wait a minute. Can we do this? I think it's that. Something like that. Yeah, but that's not really your issue. Your issue is this. That's your issue. Really? Really? Alright. Is he safely out? Okay, he's trying hard to get that man. There we are. Good. Get. Hmm. How do we do this? How do we do this? First. Yeah, I don't want that. Don't want it. Can I get you? I don't know if I can get you. That's the issue. Get him. I love this guy. Power. Too many lovers in my lifetime. Make good for you. Living on the cheating and the pain. Oh, almost missed that. Damn, yeah, almost missed that. bad move, bad move, bad move, bad move, bad move. Take the queen, take the queen. Bad move, bad move, bad move, bad move. What time is it? Is that late? Wow, okay, I didn't realize it was that late. Come on. Philidor. I haven't seen somebody play that in a while. You ain't staying there. I don't even know how you fixed your mouth to be like you standing there. Okay. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to be. Oh, bad move. I can't. Oh, no, you can't do. You can't do that. You gotta take it now. Shit. Okay. So what if he's just gonna back away from the archer? Okay, let's back off here for a second. I need to figure out what I want to do. What did you do? Okay. Let's get out the way first. Okay. Let's get out the way. Really? It's overprotecting and it's overprotecting. Okay. Just push down, aren't you? Should I this over? Okay. Okay. Oh, I think that. move is not as bad as it seems. Yeah, we're not telling. That's okay. The move is actually quite good. Uh, Knight F3 can transpose into a bunch of stuff. There's nobody know what it is. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. Ooh. Okay. I have to do that. I don't want it to have to deal with the check on H5. Bishop F7. Then Knight F6 castle. Should be fine. Yes, I think so. Alright. Almost to safety. Agreed. Oh, you moved. I didn't think it was gonna move. Pressure. He's just gonna push back. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Just go back. Oh, fuck. Jamal, what are you doing? He is getting a lot of counterplay. Come on, what are you doing? Come on, Rooster Rook. Okay. Good man, Rooster Rook. Good man. Let's prevent stuff from coming down on me. Let's let this work out. That is ugly. Really? You think that's good for you? Maybe I'm wrong. 30 seconds to figure out. think that's good for you? Oh, oh, it didn't work out the way you planned. Ain't that funny? Didn't work out the way you planned. Too bad. Too bad. Okay. Keep them honest. Uh-uh. You don't like that? You don't like that move? What you trying to do? Okay. So we need to move you. So you are a pain in my ass. That's what's rules. That's it. No. Just thinking about you. Thinking about you. Okay. We did it anyway. We did it anyway. Okay. Okay. Now, get the bishop out. Push. Did he do? Okay. Go get it. Okay, so the concern is rook here. All right, and the concern is this. So I have two concerns. Okay, let's start with that one concern first. You got stuff to fix, bro. Fix your shit. Okay, so you don't want to fix your shit. Okay. Okay, give me that. I just want everybody to be honest. That's all. I just want everybody to be honest. Everybody being If we'll be honest. Oh, fuck me. I thought the rook was over there. Motherfucker. I thought the rook was. He's gonna go down, right? Okay. So we need to run. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, fuck me. Damn. Well played. You played well. All right. I am tired. I am tired. So I am going to call this a day. Tomorrow we have a long series of shows. I'm still trying to get to 7 o'clock, but 8 o'clock is going to be Mark Sloboda. 10 o'clock is going to be Dimitri Lascaris. 1:15 is going to be Laith Maroof. He has been on the show for like a year, so that should be a lot to talk about. I'm trying to get a 7 o'clock spot, and also we're going to be on the program, of course, with Ted Raw. So tomorrow is going to be a very busy day. It's going to be a very busy day. And I need to find. I mean, the thing is, there's a story. I mean, the Cuba thing I want to cover. I just don't have a guess for it. That's a perfect guess. Chopin will be good because Chopin is working out of Brazil and he covers Latin America, but he can't get there at 7 o'clock. Usually for 7 o'clock guess, I'm using somebody either like in Russia, China, something like that. Australia, like Jeff Rich at the Burning Archive. For some reason, I'm having difficulty getting that spot. One of my professional guests is in Cuba right now. I wanted to bring him on the show, but I mean, they're like rationing power. I don't even know how he would do it. And every time I've asked him, he's just basically said, I'm in Cuba. And I suppose his point was, look, Cuba's been blockaded. The energy grid has been fundamentally destroyed. Basically, they don't have gas. And so they're rationing fuel for like 23 hours a day. That's what we are doing. When, I mentioned this earlier today, when they asked Bill Clinton, they asked Madeleine Albright, Bill Clinton's Secretary of State, whether it was okay murdering or killing, I think it was 500,000 kids. Either 50,000, 500, but I think it was 500,000 kids. And she said, yes, it was necessary. How did they do that? It wasn't with guns. It wasn't with bullets. It was with sanctions. So there is that. My point is, you're strangling Cuba. And as an American, the first thing you should ask is, why? Like, is Cuba a threat to America? No. Is America a threat to Cuba? Yes. Has Cuba done anything to? No. No. If they're going to make the argument that Cubans did something to Americans, then I'm going to make the arguments that white people did something to black people. Meaning, the people who liberated Cuba from this kind of Western yoke are not alive today, with the exception of, what's his name? I think he's but like 90 or something like that, Castro. His brother, Raul Castro. This is murderers. These people are deranged, psychopaths. And what they're doing is effectively wanton murder. The people who, let's say, need cancer surgery, the people who are on dialysis, the people who, I don't know, just basic things. It's just psychopathic behavior. And the country just kind of, oh, well, mosey on. If you had to pay $10 for gas, would they be moseying on? That's the question. All right, I'm going to end this. I'm going to say like, I'm going to say share, I'm going to say subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow. I can't believe how many people are here. Is that 91? There are 91 people here for chess. Wow. That's shocking to me. I was thinking about, to be honest, splitting chess onto a different channel, where it's like JLT chess, and then there's the regular channel for news. I think the only reason I haven't done it is because I don't think anybody will show up at the news channel. They'd be like, what the hell is this? And it's like you have to build that thing from scratch again. I wanted to do a few channels, to be honest. I wanted to do a sci-fi channel, an astrology channel, no bullshit. Because for me, I like the experimentation in a sense with it. Like, meaning you meet a person, you get their chart, however you get, by hook or by crook. And it depending on how close you are to the person, because, charts are different depending upon whether it's a child, a grandchild, cousin, mother, sister, lover, friend, etc. But depending on how close you get to the person, you can compare your, let's say, analysis under the model to which they ascribe. Because again, I can take it or leave it. It's not, it's just interesting to me as a effect of when I was younger. And you can compare the two. And the comparison of the two is, okay, is this right or is this wrong? And obviously, it should be concrete enough where you can make a discernment of, is this right, is this wrong? Does this apply or does this not apply? And how you relate to the other. Because there's no way to know what's in their minds. The only thing you know is what's in your mind. And whether or not the comparison between the two and the way that you see this other person is true. It's fascinating. The new friend that I met, it feels like an experiment, kind of. But it's fascinating. It's fascinating. She's cool, very cool people. And she's very cool people. And so far, I suppose it lines up. I mean, the reality of it is some stuff, when you're dealing with people, oftentimes there's stuff that you just don't know until much later on in your association with the person, which is what it is. All right, I am going to end this. I'm tired. I'm dragging ass. There's like alien theories, what it says, and the P47, P57, future alien theories. Right. So David Grush, Elizondo, and many of these people who have been in this kind of UFO circuit, like the UFO task force or stuff like that. These guys, some of them have started to do psychic research. No bullshit. And I've went as far as to say that they can call down an alien device using consciousness to do so. Okay. Now, obviously, this would have to be demonstrated, right? Like, that's some heavy shit, right? It's like just willpower. And I believe in remote viewing. I believe in that stuff. OBs, like that stuff can be demonstrated, if that makes sense. Calling down a crabs with coherent thought would be impressive. It would be impressive. I need to see that shit. There is a belief that we were visited by people from the future trying to avoid a disaster that takes place in the future. Now, J-Rod, if I'm not mistaken, is the dude, is supposed to be the alien that what's his name was talking to. I can't think of his name. But supposedly, some future thing come back, apparently with goal, I suppose to say humanity or something like that. But the people who are visiting us supposedly are people from the future. That's the way it's. If it's the lore that I'm thinking you're referring to, it's that. And I call it lore because how do you confirm any of that, right? Like, Bob comes back and says, "Hey, man, I've been beyond the veil and I've seen some heavy shit." Have you, Bob? Yes, I've seen some heavy shit. What have you seen, Bob? I've seen angels dancing on the head of a pin, 50 of them, and a little person, angel. Really? They were little people angels? Yes, they were little people angels. Okay. Even if Bob fully believes what Bob is saying, and even if Bob is as honest can be, and I trust Bob completely, it's just a belief. Like, meaning I didn't experience it. I didn't see it. I wasn't exposed to it. Bob was. And so I'm stuck with this notion of either I believe Bob or I don't believe Bob. And in both situations, they're the same. You don't know. I mean, that's my point. It's just belief. So yeah, I call it lore. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the UFO lore. Some of it turns out to be true. We don't know all of it. The interesting thing, though, is the moment that I hope I'm alive for disclosure. I hope I'm alive for it. Because I am super curious on how abductions are going to be handled. You have no idea how cute. Because the moment that you pull a thread and you say, hey, this is real, which I would argue, they've already said it's real. The question that is really floating in the air is it us or is it not us? That's the question. It's obviously real, otherwise they wouldn't be releasing, nothing. Or they wouldn't have a huge amount of nothing to release. How on earth do you handle some of this stuff? And I don't really have an answer for it. The moment that you pull even one thread of it, one thread that says it's not us, all hell breaks loose. And I don't mean people are rioting and burning buildings down and burning cop cars. I don't mean that. I just mean, I don't know how physicists, the high priests of our times, how they're going to deal with it, with their egos and with their, mindsets. Abductions are going to have to be dealt with directly in some way, because a lot of people are going to be like, see, we told you we were being abducted. And then it's going to be like, abducted for what purpose? And then, of course, that's going to lead into all sorts of fuckery. You're going to have people saying aliens are eating babies. You will. I'm telling you, you will. You already have people like that. You will have, just the things that are going to come out of that closet the moment that door is open is going to be magnificent. And how those things are dealt with are going to be fascinating. Because the other part that you're stuck with is how do we get a sense? Meaning, I thought the weirdest thing in the world to me was when Lou Elizondo was on CNN for the first time around. And Lou Elizondo goes on CNN and says, literally, we are not alone. And I know this through scientific investigation in the course of my duties as part of ATIP. I've seen the videos. We're not alone. All right. Okay, that's some pretty heavy shit you dumped on me, Lou. And the broadcaster was slightly perturbed by it. And then they go to commercial, and it's like it's a Coke commercial, or McDonald's commercial, or something like that. How weird is that? I mean, is it just me that thinks that weird? That's weird. We are not alone in the universe. Buy Coke. Buy Coke. This is fucking weird. Just so weird. Yeah, it's so bizarre. All right, I am going to end this because I am dragging ass. I'm hungry, and at this point I can barely see the screen. So I'm going to say like, I'm going to say share, subscribe. I have a huge show for you tomorrow. I'll be on at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Then from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. at deprogram. Then back on the show at 10 a.m. I wonder if Showbine could do it. Oh, also, I'm not going to be here on Thursday, but I'll tell the regular show. All right, guys, you all be safe. You be kind to the degree that you can be kind, and I will see you bright and early. What is this? It says, how do we, President Jafar? Shit. I'm sorry. There's a hole in my vision. It's frustrating. Sometimes when I'm looking at stuff, your brain does very weird things. It tries to edit out the fact that the hole is there. So when it gives you a picture of the picture of the world seems complete, but it's not complete. And so if you're reaching for something, if somebody's handing you something, you're going to miss it. You're going to fuck it up. Even pouring stuff, the depth perception is off. So it's not always easy to tell when something's filling up. Even when playing chess, it's not always easy to tell where something is. So if I'm looking for numbers on the keyboard, usually I'm going to get it wrong because of the hole in your brain is kind of smushing stuff together. It's not exactly where you think it is when you're pressing on it. There are times where your brain does not do a good job at hiding the fact that there's a hole, in which case you have a broken world where you have a segment of the world, and then you have another segment of the world, and you're aware of a gap in between, which is even stranger than the brain trying to hide it. Sometimes when I look at the glasses, it doesn't see. What's the comment? It says, yeah, how do we go back to normal after that? We don't. President Jafar, we don't. There is no going back home. There is no going. I don't know if you've ever read Carlos Castaneda. In one of the books, they talk about how there is no such thing as going back home. And the entirety, if I remember correctly, much of the book was this idea of going back to somewhere else, going back to home, going back to your thing. At that point, we were in Wonderland. There is no going back. Your paradigm at that point immediately shifts. Like the moment that you see an aircraft going like Mach 3 and then make a 90-degree turn, people are going to scream that is AI generated. That's what they're going to scream at. If it is not AI generated, your paradigm has fundamentally changed irreparably forever. It just has. I mean, like stuff that we thought was sci-fi is now on the table. And there are questions that we just don't have answers to. When the Office of Department of DNI, Office Director of National Intelligence, when they put out their report, they were very clear that these things were objects. They were physical objects. And the weirdest part about the report is you're telling us, yes, this is real, but no, we're not telling you what it is. And it's like, how does that work? How are you telling me as a government, hey, by the way, this is real? And we have all of these agencies that stand behind this report that says this is real. Okay. Well, obviously, rational man who's just been told some heavy shit. There we are. Rational man that's just been told some heavy shit wants to know if it's real. What is it? In which case, silence. So weird, so strange. So strange. All right, I'm going to end this. President Jafar, shout out to you. Yes, our paradigm would be changed irreparably. Irreparably. And right here. Okay, we're having a UFO show. That's fine. You're speaking my language. If the P-47, P-52 theory is true, that is far more terrifying because that would confirm multiple timelines. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but that's the rub, right? We don't know what the secret is. Like, and we don't even know if the government entirely knows what the secret is. I mean, what if aliens are eating babies? Right? Like some insane shit like that. It's like they're eating babies and we can't stop them. It's like, what? Why are you telling us that? At that point, people will probably rebel at the fact that they were being told. Why are you telling us that? We don't want to know that. They're soul catchers on the moon. Okay, I don't even know if I want to know that, especially if you can't do shit about it. I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff that they were thinking of. The planet is being seeded. The Dolores Cannon idea, where souls continuously are coming back in waves in order to bring humanity out of the dark ages of sorts. That's one idea. I mean, there's also ideas. Breeding program. That's the other one, right? That alien hybrids are being bred because the sperm and the eggs are taken. Basically, in a lot of UFO literature, the men who are taken, yes, they have the anal probes, but the other part to that anal probe is sperm, you know. Put it in a jar somewhere. They would effectively extract sperm from men. This would be in different ways. It could be a machine if they're just too lazy to get the guy off. Lazy bastards. It's like, if you're going to do it, at least do it right. Right? It's like, give me a good image and do it right. But there's that sometimes. Sometimes it's a machine. Sometimes it's given a false image to somebody, and the false image is effectively being used as a way of getting the guy aroused, in which case they take the goodies from the guy. And same thing with the women, where they would take the egg. So they would implant an egg, and the woman is pregnant, and all of a sudden they would take the egg. This is stuff that's in UFO literature. This, just in case the people who are here are like, what the fuck is he talking about? This is normal conversation for UFO literature. Meaning this is not out there. And I guess the point that I'm trying to make is the moment that that string is pulled, all of this stuff comes rushing, just falling out the closet. Just tumble it out. Just tumble it out. And yes, I would love to be around to pick up the pieces. Well, not pick up the pieces, but I would love to be around to see how that unfolds. Maybe. Depends on what happens. People start eating each other. I don't want to be around for that shit. I'd be perfectly fine not being around for something like that. But no, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. Supposedly Trump is going to release more files and more information. The catch becomes, okay, in this shiny object that you're throwing out to us in order to distract from Epstein and the war that you're losing, and the humiliation in China, and the strangulation, the psychopathic strangulation of Cuba, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just Monster Inc. Is there anything that's going to be any good? Like, meaning, is there any big reveals? That's going to be the question that comes out. And the reality of it is, the government probably has also like millions of UFO files where they just don't know what something is. But millions of those files are not necessarily anything. In which case, there's a lot of stuff that you can put out that is kind of like chum in the water without necessarily putting out anything significant at all, or the very least anything beyond what we've seen up to this point. So we'll see. Yes, I'm skeptical about it. I'm skeptical about it because this is something they've been hiding for the last 80-something years. And I don't think a lazy, fat president who's almost out of his mind, that is a full-blown psychopath, is going to, A, give me truthful information, meaning even if the data is put out, who knows what's true. And B, is doing it in order to shepherd the world through what would be a thicket, to put it mildly. This is a shiny object, no more, no less. But the catch is there something in that shiny object that's any good? I suppose we'll find out. I mean, I think the moon thing is interesting. The thing or the craft that was going like 40 or 80 miles an hour, they made a 90-degree turn. That's interesting. I mean, we have a hard time building some shit like that. That's assuming we could build some shit like that that could withstand the stresses. Yeah, some of it's interesting, but that's not what I'm looking for. The people who are into the UFO stuff are looking for significance. They have been in the wilderness for a very long time and derided. And come to find out, they were right. Come to find out, they were right. They did have programs that were involved in the stuff. They were studying. They were studying the stuff. And a lot of those guys are actually professional researchers that have done damn good work in regards to the UFO field. But what's true is hard. What's true is very hard. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see. I need to get a UFO guy. But see, they're not going to be up that early in the morning, not at the 7 o'clock. And who could I get for that? I used to know a few people who are into the UFO field. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to end this. You all be safe, be kind to the degree that you can be kind, and I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good night.